In this video, we're going to go over how to kind of create a Meet link through your calendar. This is a really helpful way to generate a Meet link if you want to host like office hours or kind of a weekly meeting with a team of students or teachers to, have that set up and be able to generate that link through the calendar. So I'm going to show you a couple of different options. I'm in my calendar, as you can see here, and I'm going to go ahead and start with Create. By clicking that big Create button up at the top, it's going to open the calendar dialog box, and this is where I can set up my meeting. So let's say I want to host office hours for my world history students, and we're going to host these after school kind of on a weekly basis. So this is not generated through my Meet link. I want this open to all of my different world history sections, and I want to have one Meet link that's open to all of those students rather than having to join multiple different meets. So this is just going to be in general for all of my world history sections. Let's say that we're going to meet on Thursdays after school. So I'll go ahead and get this set up to occur every Thursday beginning this Thursday, and we'll start it at 3 p.m. And I'll say I'm going to be available for an hour on this meeting to offer support, answer questions, go over missing assignments, anything that you want to do during those office hours. Now I've got this meeting set up to occur on my calendar. And then I'm going to click the Add Google Meet Video Conferencing right here. So I want to make sure that I have a Google Meet link that is generated for this specific meeting. By clicking that, it's going to create your own Meet link that's unique to that meeting. Okay. Once I have that created, I can set up if this wants to be, a repeating event. If I'm going to offer these office hours every week, I can go to the Does Not Repeat drop-down arrow and make sure that this is now repeating weekly on Thursdays. I want this to happen every week and offer this support to my students each week. So now I've got this weekly on Thursdays for the foreseeable future on my calendar. Okay. Now, if let's say this was going to be a meeting just with some staff colleagues, or I wanted my other world history teachers, we decided we wanted to get together and have a regular meeting once a week to check in and see how students are doing. If that's the case, and I know all of their email addresses and it's easy to invite just a few people to a calendar invite, I can add them as guests here on this calendar invite. So I could add some other world history teachers, and it would send them a message saying, oh, look, you've been added and invited to this meeting, and it would automatically give them also this Google Meet code in their invitation. Okay. So that is an option if you're looking to set this up with a specific small group of people. That's a great option, is just to add them to your calendar invite. Now, when I'm doing this with students, I don't necessarily add all of my students on that calendar invite, but I will still give them the Meet link. So now that this is all set up, it's repeating on Thursdays, and I'm ready to kind of save this and give my Meet link out to students, I'm just going to hit Save. And that will generate this on my calendar. You can see it here, office hours under Thursday the 1st. So that event has been saved. And now let's say I want to post this on Google Classroom so my students can also access this. Remember, I've got 3 or 4 or 5 sections of world history, and I want to post this to all of my sections and all of my students. So when I click on the office hours schedule on my calendar here, it'll open this little box to give me more information. And it says join with Google Meet. When I'm ready to start this meeting, this is a great way to join that meeting. You just go to your calendar, click on that event, and it'll automatically give you this option. And if you click it, it'll start your meeting and you can get it going. But I don't want to start it right now. I want to share this with my students. So you'll see when I'm hovering over Join with Google Meet, these 2 little kind of duplicate papers show up on the side. And that is Copy Conference Link to Clipboard. I just have to click on that, and now it's automatically copied. And I can go to my Google Classroom and post in the stream, or add this under a topic that says office hours and post this link so that all my students have access to it across all of my classes. That way it's just one Meet link where every student can join and participate. And it's also set up to be a recurring meeting every Thursday, kind of for here until the foreseeable future, and when we're done needing to use digital office hours. So that is how you generate a Meet link through your calendar, and how you can set it up to either share with students, or if you wanted to invite a small group, you can invite them and they'll all have access to that Meet link.